Hello everyone, welcome back to Lindsay's Builds. So, I'm going to carry on with the Corvus Blackstar, doing some painting today. So yeah, so we'll get right down to it and do paint. You have to excuse me, I am eating a sweet. So yeah. So we're going to give it a base colour first. Watered down Citadel. Got David Markey in. Hello David Markey. How are you? So we're going to give it a first coat of Abaddon Black. Good, as long as you're okay, David. Nice of you to come in, drop by. Wasn't doing much today, so I thought I'll come to the bench. Hopefully I'm not treading on anybody's toes today. Couldn't see anybody going live, so got Jeff Light in, Jeff and Maggie. This is a very good afternoon, my lord. Good afternoon to both of you. Jeff Light says hi David M. David Market says completed a wooden city buggy. All wood, no glue, just pressed together with a rubber band wheels. Nice. Very nice. Sounds good. David Markin says hello, Jeff and Maggie. So I'm just sitting here painting today, no assembly. This is just the first coat, so what's Jeff and Maggie been up to this morning? If you hear any banging about at any time, my neighbour's doing some DIY. Do apologise if there's any noise in the background. Apologise in advance. It's quite peaceful here today. Both the kids are at work, so it's lovely and bliss. Roxy's quiet at the moment. She's laid on the floor near the door. So she's just chilling. It's less chaotic for her when I'm just here on my own, because she can just lay and chill. I'll do a belly and bench a little bit later in the stream and get a few more people in. So like I say, it's just painting at the moment, no assembly. So I will understand if you get bored. Jeff Light says, not a lot. Didn't get up until about 10:30. A right pair of sleepy heads, just chilling at the moment. I don't blame you. It's weekend, isn't it? I think I got up around about 9, something like that. 9, 8:45. So had a couple of cups of teas, wake up, ready for when the carer come here. Had a brand new carer today. She's only just started, so had to go for all that rigmarole of telling her not what she needs to do, and she's a local lass, just lives not far from me, a couple of streets down actually. She's new on the job, so see how long she lasts. It'll take a while for people to realise I'm here because I didn't schedule it. You know me, just go straight in with it. Got 4 viewers in. I think they're waking up slowly. There's no more chat at the moment. God, it's so peaceful, can't get over it. Mind you, I don't want to jinx myself, do I? The phone could start ringing. A little bit of grease there. Sometimes you can brush it out, being as it's watered down Citadel. Yeah. It's the beauty about that. You're using watered down paints. You've got a bit of grease on your model, the water disperses the grease. Okay, so that's one done. Right, where's that gone? Oh. To reach over for that. Okay, David Markey says, nice to have peace and quiet. Yeah, it certainly is. Because sometimes it can get a bit crazy in here. Absolutely mental. There's only one person in the house besides me, and that's my son's girlfriend, but she's asleep, so fast asleep. Okay, so Mark's Mods is in. Hello Mark, how you doing? And he says, hello everybody. Welcome in, Mark. Jeff Light says hi, Mark's Mods. Mark's Mods says hi, Jeff and Maggie. How did your live stream go last night, Mark? All right? Parkworks. Is it Parkworks one, or is that tonight? Stream went all right with Ron, didn't it? I don't really like to stream at night time. I just want to chill out. So the only stream I do at night, and that's the PPM on a Wednesday. Jeff Light says hi, Mark's Mods. Mark's Mods says hi, Jeff and Maggie. David Marcus says hello, Mark. Got Carl Scow modelling. Hello, Carl and Michelle. I hope you're good. Welcome in. Mark's Mods says hello, David. He also says hello, Kyle. Mark's Mod says that's tomorrow. Okay. Jeff Light says hi, Carl and Michelle, if about. Yeah, I'll get my days mixed up. I do. Senile dementia, I think. So you've been keeping then, Carl? Carl says she's out for a haircut. I'm listening whilst on the computer. Oh, cool. It's nice of you to come in. looking up at the chat every now and again. Yeah, if there's nobody about, I'll go for a couple of hours. So. Yeah, I'm okay, Carl. Yeah, I'm okay, mate. Yeah, I'm alright, mate. Still plodding along. Well, I've finally got my 3D printer out of the box, Carl. But we do have a problem. And the warranty's run out because it's been in the box for so long. So I've got to get a part for it. One damn screw holding me up for the final assembly. Shouldn't have left it in the box for so long, should I? So got it all assembled, sitting down there beside me, but I just can't put the filament sensor on because the screw they supplied that was in the actual sensor itself, they'd already kind of assembled it, but it was all loose on the bracket, and I thought, perhaps this just needs tightening up. You know, they've just gone halfway through with the screw, but apparently the screw is too big and they've stripped the top of the hex box off, so on the screw. So I had a job to get it out, but I got it out, and I've hunted all over the house to see if I've got anything like it, but I haven't, so I've got to try and acquire a smaller one, about 3mm smaller, with a Allen key head on it. But yeah, it's my own fault for leaving it in the box so long. So, and I'm not going to buy a whole sensor with the screw just for that. So, because you get the sensor supplied it with it. It's like 20 odd quid. So I'm going to try Screwfix, see if they've got anything. David Markey says hello Carl. He also says hello Michelle. Carl says nearly fell off my chair then. Yeah, so it's sitting down here beside me as an ornament at the moment. So I haven't plugged the wiring system in yet. So not bad considering I've had it since November last year, is it? Like I say, the warranty's run out on it, so if there is anything wrong with it, there you go. We've got Dorker in. It says coffee time. Good morning, peoples. Hope everyone had a good night's sleep. Yeah, well, I had proper good sleep last night. Even though I didn't go to bed till about 1:30 in the morning. So just sat there watching YouTube. Laid on the settee. Cuddled up with Roxy. I hope you got your pants on, Dorker. We've got Octal in, and he says, how are you, Lindsay? I'm okay there, Octal. Sprue and Glue says, yo yo, Lindsay and chat. Hello there, Sprue, welcome in. David Markey says, hello, Octal. He also says, hello, David. Yeah, so I shall go out next week and see if we can source this part that I need. I'm not doing it this weekend. need for masking tape. My hand's steady enough. Okay, that's two with the first coat on. Spoon Glue says, how are we all today? How is everybody in Chatland? Spur is asking. These are the thrusters I'm painting at the moment. Octal says hi David. David Markey says hello William. Spoon Glue says how are we all today. Ron's in as well. Welcome in Ron. Then he says hello Lindsay and all in chat. Welcome in Ron. Jeff Light says, hi Sprue, we're both very well, thanks mate. How's yourself and Arky? Mark's Mod says, hi Octo. He also says, hi Sprue. And he says, David Markin says, hello Ron. Jeff Light says, hi Ron. Mark's Mod says, hi Ron. Okay, so now we've got about 10 people in. Let's have a belly and bench. Well, my belly was gammon and toast this morning, and also I had a cup of tea, and my bench is the Corvus Blackstar. So what about the chat? What's your belly? Beverage and bench if you are at the bench. I could have sprayed this lot if I wanted to, but I enjoy hand painting, so and it wouldn't be Warhammer, would it, if it didn't hand paint. Catch up with the chat in a minute. My hands painting skills are not that bad, so can't beat a bit of hand painting. That's how it was done years ago, before airbrushes. Okay, so Dorcas says, hi David, hi Sprue, doing good. My 3D parts are going to be delivered today. Yay, might do an unboxing. Cool. Mark's Mods says, Bellew was fruit beverage, coffee, bench, getting prepared to record U96. Cool. David Marcus says, coffee, suggestive digestives at 8 AM, ready for Terry's stream. Yeah, I missed that this morning. David Marcus says, now having pork pie, tomato, celery with lemon squash. Nice. Ron says, belly, cheese on toast, Bev, coffee, bench, Tamia, Kubelwagen for my diorama. Nice. David Marcus says, hello, Ghost. When did Ghost come in? Oh, he says, hello, everyone. Hello there, Ghost. Welcome in. Okay. Following Ghost says, hi, David. Mark's Mod says, hello, Ghost. Dorcas says, belly, beverage, coffee. Nice. Following Ghost says, hi, Mark. There we go. So I want right. Dorcas says, belly. Oh, I've read that, didn't I? And following Ghost says, hi, Mark. Okay, Jeff Light says belly is the usual size, beverage is tea for Maggie and apple juice for me. Bench currently empty. We'll be finishing the removal of paint from some parts of the Abraham's Tusk too a bit later. Oh yeah, it's because you put a bit of a wrong colour on, didn't you? David Market says I was going to a village fete, but there is heavy rainstorm due about now, so I thought better stay home. Yes. Yes. I used to remember going to fetes when I was a kid, and they used to have like smashing pianos up with sledgehammers. Yeah, I never quite grasped why they did that. Yeah. Pure vandalism. Getting people looking in and then just having a nap. Jeff Light says yes, I used the wrong colour numpty that I am. Well, I think we've all done it, Jeff, in the past. Even I have, so yes, we've all been down that road, I think. I think it would have been nice if this Corvus Blackstar had a bit of interior to it. Oh, I reckon. Dawkins says today's plan is to get the 71 GTX in primer. Just need to mount the side mirrors and prep the motor and rims when they get there. Nice. When they get here. Nice. Jeff Light says hi, Dorker. I've put a couple of videos out if nobody hasn't seen them yet. put quite a lot of content out this week. Live streams and videos and that. Okay, Jeff Light says hi Dorker. Dorker says hi Jeff and Maggie. Jeff Light says hi Ghost. Following says hi Jeff. Dorker says hi Ghost. Following says Belly, nothing, it's too early. Just woke up, beverage, getting a large glass of iced tea, bench, kit bashed X-Wing and Defiant, then Space Station. Nice. Following Ghost says, hey Dorker. I'm looking forward to that Following Ghost. Really looking forward to it. Come on, wake up, Baggy. It's time to come out the drawer. Following Ghost says hi Dorker. Raggy's awake, Mark. Just put the second coat on this now. This normally takes about 3 coats this black. If I can keep it nice and thin, then I won't get no brush strokes in it. That's the beauty about Citadel paints. I do like them actually. Okay. Following Ghost says, I said I never built a space station. I forgot the DS9 station that literally has my kit on the floor. Ooh. DS9. Nice. Mark's Mod says, hiya Docker. Apple says, don't you just love painting black on everything before highlighting with varying shades of grey to give it depth and value? Hi folks, back from the walkies with the Lord Hamish. Beautiful day to be alive. Apple's alive. I should keep going as long as you guys want to stick around. I know it's pretty boring watching me paint, but this will only carry on if I do end the live stream, so I don't think there's anybody else on, not that I know of. Because it would normally be JC, wouldn't it, today? JC is AWOL at the moment. So okay. Following Ghost says hi Apple. David Markey says hello Apple. Jeff Light says hi Apple. Mark's Mod says hi Apple. Scott's in. Says good day everyone. Good day Scott, welcome in. Apple says hello Ghost, Mark, and of course not forgetting Lindsay, #1 sponsor. And David Markey says fine day to cut the grass. Lindsay's #1 sponsor, David Markey. Yeah, I've read that right. Fine day to cut the grass. Jeff Light says good day Scott. Apple says hello Jeff and Lady Maggie. Ghost says it is 13.8 this morning. Sharon just come back in from his morning walk. Finally weather not 40 degrees. Following Ghost says hi Scott. David Markey says hello Scott. when I finally do monetize my channel, I should put up a membership and all that stuff. But I am fighting at the moment to keep the official watch hours up. They got me hanging around in that last 400, and if I don't stream, they go down. So it's like a losing battle all the time at the moment. That's all I'm waiting for now, is to get that in the 4,000 mark. Tis a pain. You've only not got to stream for a couple of days, then it's mental. They like to try and keep you at the bench all the time, streaming. I need another 400 official watch hours. Even though I've got 30 odd thousand views on my channel, but it's the official watch hours. It's like I say, they want you to sit here all day long doing it. Which is quite irritating, really. It's actually bloody hard work trying to keep the momentum up. Okay, so where do we get to in chat? David Markey says hello Scott. Mark's Mod says hello Scott. Apple says good day Skippy Scott. Boing. Jeff Light says JC is at Chester Zoo today, planning to home sometime tomorrow. Apple says you never know, Jeff, they might keep him as an entertainment for the kids. Jeff Light says good point, Apple. Carl says be right back. Scott's Model says hello Mark, David, Maggie and Ghost. I suppose a lot of it boils down to retaining your audience, I suppose. At the end of the day, really, I don't really want to be sat at this bench 24/7, because then that takes the fun out of the hobby. It becomes a task. I think I might be quite content just to sit here and just do it for fun, like I've always done, and bugger the monetisation. Not only that, if I knew it, we're back in a minute, guys. Hello. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, where did I get to on that? There we go. That's that one. Yeah, I'll say these will need about 3 coats. Okay. Apple says, call up nature, is it, Carl? Or did Michelle wallop you with a skillet pan? He's looking for his head. Okay, we'll go for the 1.5 hour mark today. So, for the 15 minutes. because my carers will be here anyway in the next 15-20 minutes, so there's no point in being away from the bench for half an hour. So okay, Jeff Light says no stock car racing over the weekend, Lindsay. No, not that I want to go see, Jeff, no. Apple says my friend Steve reached 1,200 subscribers on his puzzle making channel, and though YouTube wanted him monetized, he said no way, as he took pride in making puzzles come alive and did not want extra cash. Oh, it's each to their own, isn't it, really? I suppose he was just more content as he was, because once you're monetized, it can be a real nightmare, to be honest, from what I've seen. Apple says plus Steve and Marie won a substantial payout on the pools, and ACC wanted to kill his benefits he lived on. Well, they will. Carl says I'm back and a print to take out. Cool, Mark. Cool, Carl. Yeah, the same. It's like me. If I was monetized, I would have to declare it. So, and then they start messing with your benefits. Because I haven't quite reached retirement age yet. So I think it's just, you wouldn't, let's put it this way, you wouldn't earn enough to make it worthwhile, to be honest. It's alright if you're getting like donations and stuff like that, your super chat, and you know, just to cover your modelling. I've had donations to my channel, not money, but in kits and stuff like that from people. So but I don't do a wish list. I don't do that. What people have done, they've done it off their own back. Do you know what I mean? They've kind of bought the kits and, you know, for the channel. You would have to get a lot of sponsorship to make it worthwhile. it's nice just to like come on when you want to, and you know, entertain the crowd, as they say. Catch up with the chat in a minute if there is any. Okay, we've got Road Dry in. It says afternoon Squire, afternoon Road Dry, welcome in. Jeff Light says hi Road Dry. Mark Smod says hi Road Dry. Apple says Carl had an idea as JC is at Chester Zoo today. 3 chimpanzees sat watching as JC makes his brick builds, making an ideal diorama. Wow, Apple, wow. Road Dry says hey Jeff and Mark. Apple says hi Road Dry. Road Dry says Lindsay, I can see got a Battle Sisters squad to build and paint. I've just about finished 9 out of 10 of my Battle of Sisters now. Oh wow, cool, nice. Road Dry says hi Apple, hope you are well. Road Dry also says 9 out of 10 of my Battle Sisters. I must have read that already, yeah. Apple says slightly sore from walking and playing ball with Hamish, but painkillers will soon sort that out, Road Dry. And David Markey says hello Road Dry. That's because the chat moved. That's what it was. Okay, so nice to see you in, Road Dry. Okay, someone here. These parts are going to be red. Yeah. So yeah, Battle of Sisters stuff is the next level, isn't it? It's awesome stuff. going to have to start turning my phone off when I'm live streaming. Just this bit to do on that, I think, and that'll be on the second coat, I think. So we do it for time, 5 minutes. Road Rice says, hi David. Road Rice says, Chester Zoo is up my way, best zoo in the world in my biased opinion. I've been loads of times and I don't think I've ever seen absolutely everything in one trip. No, I don't suppose you would. I've only ever been once, and that was one. I was very young. Sprue and Glue says, Lindsay, I honestly don't think monetisation is of any benefit to anyone under 10k subs memberships. Yeah, it's true. I agree with you there. Apple says, hi Sprue and Arky. Sprue says, so many rules are preventing smaller content makers from reaching their numbers. David Marcus says, rain arrived here. Ew, rain. Ew. Yeah, we're expecting some rain a little bit later. Hopefully it's just going to pass us. So, hopefully. Because I got my washing out. Yes, it'd take a lot to get about 10k subs. God. I don't think I would have had as many subs as what I've got. Nigel's modelling bench gave me a massive shout out, and that's what boosted my channel, and I'm very, very grateful to Nigel. I think I've got 700 subs in about 3 or 4 days, I think. So, which was quite overwhelming, and I really do appreciate Nigel's modelling bench doing that for me. Otherwise I'd have still been on around about, well, I just had over, I think I was 501 subs before that. So so it give it a massive boost. Yeah, I was very grateful to him. Catch up with this chat in a minute. I think live streaming is better because people get bored watching videos, not unless they're edited. But I've said this before, so with me, you get raw footage, choose whether it goes wrong or not. I make mistakes there, so nobody else has to. That's the saying though, isn't it? I've learnt a lot since I've been on YouTube though. Learnt a lot. So it's been a bit of a journey, good and bad. Okay, so I think I'm going to end this here, guys, because my carer can turn up in the next 5 to 10 minutes, and it's like I said, there's no point in being away from the bench all that time with you all just sitting there. So let you guys get on with your day. Okay, let's catch up with this chap first. Athel says, David M, keep it as we have glorious sunshine and want to dry my washing outside. Road Dry says, Athel, as I am only 32, I won't comment on the painkillers for soreness, although it sounds like a nice start to the weekend. Jeff Light says, been light rain here for the last hour, thereabouts. Sprue and Glue says, my channel has gone stale, thinking of leaving the YouTube permanent at the end of this year. Apple says, Road Dry, well, as my birthday is fast approaching, I will be 73. Painkillers are a must according to my local clinic, as I have ulceration of my right leg and walking is painfully hard. Jeff Light says, Sprue, are you considering Restream? You already use his Restream, Jeff. Sprue and Glue says, Jeff, coming off totally. Apple says, having listened to Ross and his ideas for retraining his brain, think I might do likewise, and of courses are available. Ew, nice. Right, I'm going to go cameras up, guys. Okay. So yeah. Well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you all for coming in. Yeah, it's been nice. Got a little bit done. This just takes time. Always does. Painting process. So yeah, I should be back tomorrow, Sunday ppm, 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. That rhymes, doesn't it? ppm, 2 p.m, 4 p.m. Yeah, so I shall be back with that tomorrow, me and Mark's Mods, and whoever else comes on panel with us. So yeah, so if you've enjoyed the stream, and give it the big thumbs up, guys, would be much appreciated. David Marcus says my computer just had just taken a turn. Oh dear. Ron says thanks for a great stream, Lindsay. You're welcome, Ron. Yes, like I say, if you enjoyed the stream, give it a big thumbs up. Be much appreciated. Apple says hello, Ron. And yeah, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please take a look. If you like what you see, give it a subscription. But don't forget, you have to watch so many minutes of a video, otherwise YouTube won't accept your subscription. So yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow, guys. David Marquis says thank you for a great stream. You're welcome, David. Apple says I second that, David. Good to chat. Yeah, it is good to chat. That's what it's all about. I mean, a live stream is not a live stream without the chat, is it? So it's all down to you guys. So anyway, see you all soon. To those in the background as well, if you've enjoyed the stream, if you've got a device, put the thumbs up, and we'll see